not be used. So he will have the surprise if EDG are the ones to kick off the fights. And it can also, I love the combo of Ornn.
Good use of the lane pressure there from Ray to come down to threaten. Now, Karabako's got to get out of here. Polymorph going to flash the safety scout, goes in for the auto, and first blood dropping for the man in the mid lane on EDG.
And this is what we were talking about in draft. Lulu,
as you mentioned, was a historical tendency. He could get punished. Not going to quite happen yet. Trading on the bottom side, but iBoy's still winning that one out. Tomkins going to bring him back. Are they going to be able to find the all-in here? Arsene now ignited, running for his life. Tries to buy a bit of time with the Spirit's Refuge, but now they're just going to look for two. iBoy, Austin's going to have to back off the flash forward. Tongue connects, he wants one more. Can he get it? The arrow does manage to take it back. Beautiful tanking from Mako, the double dropping for EDG's bottom lane.
And EDG are just crushing.
We're going to have to see how much he can get done. And once again, this is the guy we're watching to make an impact. He's going bot lane. Bot lane's going mid. Lulu could now just be in trouble. I don't think there's any way out for this. The Lulu trying to get a kill back in return, but iBoy just on a killing spree. This is a grim state of the game, Vedius. EDG are just taking after them to make some kind of mistake, because the Nocturne level 6 is here too. I feel like we're just going to hear him push the button. There it is. Goes in. Lulu, where are you going to go? Not a lot of options trying to run. Just silenced and eliminated. EDG are merciless.
Yeah, they're not giving the Lulu a fun time. Mid lane just to make Karabako's day that bit worse.
So incredibly difficult. 111 to 66 in CS. Bot lane's holding its own decently. Top lane can be a difference.
Here we go.
World. Ulti now going to come in. Lamont have to be able to make his way out of this one. Everything being burned. They're trying to turn him over, but clearly it's right there. Going to take one down. Trying to grab another one now. The rest of the bot lane is here. This is disaster for Infinity. They finally get one kill, but it might just cost them everything. iBoy in the face of the Camille. One taken down. Looking for one more, but the flash out to safety. The double still dropping in the end, and here comes the Scion. Looking to make an impact here. We'll get the slowdown, the shutdown as well. This could be the turn. A massive influx of gold into the pockets of the Varas. But Ray coming as predicted. Knockup still going to connect. He's going in. No mercy from the side of EDG in this exchange. Eat up the Scion, make him a zombie, make him run away in fear. Just absolutely no chance there at the end of the day. 10-2 the kill score.
And that was 40 minutes into the game. There are very few ways to come back from that. You're very much relying on a team like EDG to make a mistake, and unfortunately, they're not making many mistakes.
No, there you go. Push R to kill a champion. That's all it's going to take.
That's the alert right there. The box has been spotted. EDG were just like, nope, you're not getting out of this.
Calling leadership comes in clutch, and can they close out?
Well, that's what we hope to see as he looks for another ult.
Trying to find the pick here on a Scion. There's the fear. Ornn coming in as well. Tom Kench is here too. Relic, I don't think there's any way out of this one, buddy. Channeled and shut down in the end. Have to see what the rest of the team can do. Is Relic is the sacrificial lamb for that Nocturne.
Offensively, when you're 7,000 gold down, you're just relying on EDG to make a mistake. Maybe you can find a pick, and here we go. They're looking for it now.
Going in on Tom Kench, maybe not what you want. iBoy incredibly strong here. He's going to throw out the ultimate, but Ornn is here to respond. It is going to find him right in the funnel. That's the three-man. Lining it up, making it easy. Varus on the tree now. We'll buy a bit of time as they try to back off, but Scout now on the backside as well, cutting through that life bar. Kotapako playing with fire as well. They're managing to pull back. Infinity getting out.
Surprised the EDG showed that much respect, and I feel like they didn't need to. I guess they were waiting for the Scout to just push out mid, have someone from Infinity, can't have your LeBlanc throw out a bit of poke, and then start threatening this objective.
Mako's just going to walk at him. Scout flashes it. Oh, God, no, clear left two. They're deleting everybody. There is no mercy, Vedius. EDG, a single moment, a decisive action. The Ornn ult comes out too. Shen is next on the menu. Oh, it's just not enough of the Spirit's Refuge in the end. Oh, manages to live so far. Clear and disaster strikes, Vedius.
So I thought that they would go for the slow and calculated play. They decided brute force was the way to. But you know, we were talking about it, right? I feel like they could just force a fight, and then Scout was like, oh, we can just force a fight because I can one-shot. They're still hanging around, waiting for an opportunity. Here comes the ult from Ray.
An opportunity to get it started. There goes the paranoia. The flash comes out anyway. Lulu all isolated, not her lonesome. Scout sweeps in and deletes the opposition. iBoy into the middle of three members, does not care. Now looking to clean house. Tomkins can use the ulti, immediately going to cancel. Scout goes golden. Scion, all that's left standing in the face of EDG. And this might just be it, Vedius. Wave is here. They've got more than enough time on the death timers, and no single member can stop this push. Monumental task ahead of Relic. I do not think it can be done. It is the slow, steady closeout here after an explosive early game. EDG are just going to walk it down, Vedius, and a commanding first win here, and they're playing through.
Very convincing from the side of EDG. Just a bit, I would say.
Just a little convincing.
Solo kills across the board. Good utilization of the early goal lead that they built up for themselves. I love the Tahm Kench ultimates from Mako. Gage. Tie that in with the Alistar, and G2, they have a pretty solid early game that they can play around, largely around the mid lane, with the Olaf that they've drafted for themselves. But Supermassive, they're trying to...
like he's going to ward. He's trying to play the mind games right now. Will Zeitnot and Snowflower step forward? The answer is yes. Headbutt pull, flash in, wants to get it started, trying to keep the Tahm Kench away, throwing down a decent amount of damage. Snowflower, I don't think it's going to be enough. The Grey Health now coming out, unstoppable as they dive under the tower, running him down here in the exchange. First blood dropping, locked up under tower, but the minion is there to keep him healthy, to heal, the flash out to safety. Jankos next on the list is just and gives over the free Ocean Drake in exchange. So G2 have the gold advantage. Supermassive do manage to get something back in the meantime.
Yeah, quick to respond there from the Supermassive duo of Samad.
Lineup means that they are going to be able to grab this, potentially take another tower with it if they're given the chance. But GBM engaged on in the mid lane. They know the ultimate's not there. Actually coming up just in time. Looks like he still will fall, but Snowflower comes in, a heroic save. Perkz wants to take him out, the dash through, not quite enough. Perkz leaps back to the snow screen. Now Zeitnot is looking to clean through the team. Yanko's incredibly low. Zeitnot very strong at this stage of the game. G2 caught and running. Wadid needs to be careful. Is going to get knocked up, is going to get taken back. Supermassive grabbing a kill of their own.
Beautiful play there from Snowflower to flash in and save GBM at just things like the Lich Bane, but you're right, Void Staff is one. We'll see. We'll keep track of what Perkz is up to as he goes on to GBM again.
Shroud trying to buy a bit of time. How many members are going to get hit by that Ornn ultimate? It's a slow and steady play. The tanky front line stopping anything else from coming out. Perkz now dashing out to safety. Fabulous looking for the re-engage. Wonder trying to knock down a little bit of CC. Jarnan free firing, but the bars is on the way. It looks like Wonder is just the sacrificial lamb. Yet another one exchange for Supermassive.
And now that's the big engage tool unavailable for G2. Supermassive, they have. Very, very true. Supermassive looking extremely good in this mid game. We talked about how they're not the most aggressive, they're not the strongest early game team.
Backline, it's pretty dark, and Supermassive instead going for the flank engage. G2 are starting to realize what they've gotten themselves into. Predator now coming out. Alti goes in for the Scion. He's trying to drift his way around. Snowflower off to the backside. Perkz now running in, trying to eliminate the members before anything else can happen. Snowflower already forced to use the Devour. Ornn now coming in. Is this the re-engage that they need? 4 members, and then only 2 going to get hit, though, in the end. Fabulous running. Ornn ulti not quite connecting as much as they need to, and now here comes the turn. Zillion speeding up the members. Yanko's forced to use the ulti now, pulled back into the middle of the team. Perkz flashing out to safety, no Shroud, not today, and Supermassive take yet another skirmish in their favor. They might just be strong enough to take the Baron bet. And the Baron 5k getting lower. Yanko's yet to burn that flash. They're zoning him out with the Zillion. I don't think Yanko's can make his way into that pit. That one's going to be in the favor of Supermassive. Clean Baron take for the Turkish
Find
line.
that kill, have the numbers advantage, and secure themselves the Baron.
For a lot of this game, you can say G2, we see your avenues back in. The 3 items are finally there for Jarnan. The inhibitor of the game can walk right into mid lane too to continue extending this advantage. Massive lead for Supermassive. And this is not how you expect younger regions to beat European teams. You expect... If you're a G2 fan, you're praying for one of those Perkz moments, one of those clutch moments where he can turn a fight. But the knock-up, the CC is there. They're not going to give him a chance to do anything. Rooted, getting taken down. GBM with the bomb is merciless as they continue the push here. That's going to be the second inhibitor falling. Supermassive may just be able to walk this one down. It is a last stand here from the side of G2. Their mid laner, their man in the mid lane, the franchise player for this lineup is dead. Who will stand up for G2 to stop Supermassive from entering the game? That's the ulti, that's the combo. Kjarnan's on the backside, he's uncontested hitting, but Fabulous is going to find the knockup. Zeitnot now moving forward, knockback comes through. Snowman's getting taken off to the side, but still Zeitnot remains untouched. Every single member from Supermassive is up and alive, and Vedius, I cannot believe it. In their first match on the international stage, Supermassive take down G2.
Massive win for Supermassive. Outclassing G2 Esports, they found the advantage in the bot lane. They were relentless with their pressure.
Are scaling, yes.
So I
difficult.
feel like he doesn't have that many lanes to play around on the Xin Zhao, and when you get to a point in the game when Azir and Tristan are irrelevant, Xin Zhao soldiers, he then loses all of his DPS, so he needs the items to be completed before he can really look for those trades, and now we see Solid Snake up in the top lane.
Panther are going to need to try to find a way out of this one. The stun does not work. Poppy denying any escape. Solid Snake just going to try to walk him down. The red buff is there. He's running now for his life. He has the flash, but I don't even think it's worth burning it. First blood dropping for Solid Snake in the early game, and after a rough game 1, this is the kind of start you want if you're Infinity.
Definitely, and we talked about it
a little bit, and I feel like Kotopako's now baiting. He now knows, but Udisoft does not know. Here comes Solid Snake. Walking forward, the root is there. Predator comes out. Udisoft looks like he's just going to be food for Solid Snake and Kodapako. Another kill drop. Triple running for his life. The heal already burned. Window of opportunity, Vedius, where Tristana hits 3 items where she can match the Kai'Sa and get ahead. But once Kai'Sa hits that 4th item, well, then she's winning again. And maybe if they can protect the 80 bottom lane, former Lion Gaming support, now training up the next White Lotus, the guy second only to White Lotus. We're going to hold that thought is in the mid lane. We see the play coming out. Kodapako now potentially in trouble, running for his life, and this could be a kill back for the Direwolves. Rise is going to get taken down. A nice start, but here comes the Tom Kench. Triple throwing down a bit of damage. Udisoft knocking him back immediately, just denying the play. Direwolves power. No one is really playing around this pressure point right now, so this is just going to get used with Herald. Realm warped in, but now they're just going to start the fight. The Red Herald's not there. Triple getting this one kicked off, but he may just go down immediately. The heal now comes out. Beautiful team fight for the Direwolves thus far. Poppy doing what she can to deny. Now the Tom Kench is here. Udisoft going to back the rest of the team up. They're trying to pick up Kodapako, but they're not going to get it. Beautiful denial from Arce. Pulling through in the end, and only they stopped the bleeding immediately in that fight, only losing a single member. And now they've got their sights set on their second dragon of the game. Mountain and an ocean to back them up as they push forward. Will help if they want to go
through those tanks faster than Renyu can, but obviously in terms of damage output, Renyu's going to have that advantage. The skirmish kicks off the mid. Taking a lot of damage here, but Solid Snake's on the way in. Udisoft is here as well, but that Xin still quite far behind. Cupcake going to pull back in the duration of his ulti. Arce still might go down here. Azir wants it. Is he going to get it? One more auto means Triple takes down the support on the side of Infinity. And fights just keep happening in the mid lane. Infinity, remember,
Cupcake's waiting on the side. Cupcake's waiting on the side. He's looking for that engage opportunity. Solid Snake, though, moving up. If they can kill the Skarner before he gets a chance to ult, flashing back into the middle of the team. Now the Ornn ulti coming through is going to hit 2 members, but Kodapako's untouched on the side. Ryu's alive as well, but Triple's not going to give him easy access. 2 members taken out immediately by the Direwolves. A beautifully played fight, and now they're just going to have to back off. Too many threats on the side of Direwolves to fight any longer, and Drake coming in as well. I don't think they can do it. 6K, it's going to take a miracle for them to steal this one. They have no access to the smite. Arce went with the barrier instead. It is just going to get taken down by the to threaten them, just to tell them to back up. The Triple and King just move forward. They're just going to break through this inhibitor. 27 minutes in.
Lead, and they can keep forcing these 5v5s where they know they're stronger.
Ornn ulti now coming out. Poppy going to try and find the disengage. 2 threats taken out. Biopanther needs to make his way out, but he's been suppressed and pulled back to the team. This is a pick back. Can they get the kill? Cupcake now in the middle of everybody. Udisoft throwing out a bit of damage. King untouched on the backside. Is he going to go for any more aggressive plays? Just decides to back off. Low health bar
King rather than the Azir, I guess, because he is the bot side of the map. They could also try and
going to go for the 2-man here. What's the opportunity here for Solid Snake? Can he find a way in? 5K and dropping. Direwolves, are they going to risk the 50-50? Solid Snake's going in. Realm Warp is there. Miles just going to try to force him back. The Skarner, can he make it into the pit? Relic in the middle of everybody. Renyu goes in. He takes down the jungler. The Baron does drop in his favor, though. Maybe Infinity can fight this back. They have the mana advantage, but they've lost the Baron. If they die here, the game will end in the favor of Direwolves. Relic doing what he can to save the day, but the 80 carry's already gone. Kodapako versus the world as Direwolves just clean up this fight, take the Baron, and look to end all hope for this Infinity lineup.
Direwolves find a huge fight, and while it costs them their jungler, it could very well secure them the game as King jumps in again.
TPing again, flashing forward, the QSS kills him mid-air. No mercy for the Direwolves. They are unconcerned about jet lag. They are unconcerned about their sub-jungler. They are making it work here on the play-in stage, picking up their first win of the tournament, putting Infinity down to 0-2. If you are an OPL fan, this is exactly the game one you wanted to see because Direwolves are absolutely cleaning house.
Huge props to the sub jungler coming in as an emergency sub from Challenger to World.
There is such heavy skirmish potential, and it's going to come out. And we already mentioned the gauntlet that GBM's willing to throw. That is certainly one.
Interesting.
Starting up the team fights, but if they do get those picks, there is an opportunity to blow people up.
So I was the interesting lane of Gragas and Kai'Sa.
Hold that thought.
Wall, holding. No Ragnarok coming through. Level 5 Stone Mage. Chain goes out as they make sure he's tunneled into the choke point. Beautifully done. End of the line kill picked up by Lloyd. And now it's going to be Ascension inside Supermassive jungle. But Supermassive doesn't want any of this fight. And they're going to start backing off. Unbreakable used by Snowflower. This could be the catch here. Body slam into him. They're picking up more on the side of Ascension. And that one's over to G4 as they're able to just say, who wants this?
And that's exactly what we said, Riv. Bring the chaos. Nothing worse.
Especially when you're hitting S and you're waiting. It looks like Lloyd is waiting to see what's going on around Dragon. Cloud Drake will be a little perturbed by this. Ooh, flash in. They're going to get big damage. Oh, Sunflower's unbreakable the wrong way as he's popped back. And they have been on him time and time again. His flash actually just came back up. They just have his number.
Yeah, they certainly do. And this is one of those things that I said, get Rich out of the laning phase. When he's roaming, when he's playmaking, you know, this is kind of a double jungle setup that we have right now between Lloyd and Rich. And time to get Fabulous out behind. Rich just continually looking aggressive in this play.
Ooh, Ignite down, more hits. The GBM ticking down, and GBM is down. G4, can they pull the kill back up? He distorts to the top of lane, pulls out Ragnarok from Stormage.
And the two
happen, but G4 is just on the money right now.
And I do want to actually fight.
Rich, he's not feeling too good on the money. Rich going down, and it's going to be a teleport out of the bot lane. We wondered when they would come in, but actually going to be held off for now. That's just 1,000. They take this turret and they are right back in it. Stormage now into G4, and this could be how it happened. G4 is the one to start off the fights, not get the fight started onto him. But Nixor's there with Killer Instinct, and they'll stop this one in its tracks. Stormage gets the Ignite down, and they may be able to follow through the fight. Kill pressure's gone from G4, and they lose Rich on the side of Ascension support. Going in, that's going to be Snowflower getting the first tag on. Winter's Bite locks down G4.
And
that's Nikasar.
Force from Ascension that probably didn't need to be. It's collapsed on. The rest of the team is focusing around that objective. And the big thing is there's no teleport on zone right now. In top lane saying, you know what, I'll take another turret for myself. Windbreak, I don't really care about that one. I'm a Cassin and I hop everywhere. Running doesn't really do anything for me.
Change your mind and taking a fight, but it seems like Supermassive is really doing a great job at acting.
Lloyd might be in some trouble here, Riv.
Ooh, no hit on Baron. They're not going to activate it. Great blocks by Snowflower. Glacial Fisher misses. Nikasaur's over the wall. Still has all of his summoners up. Rocky's going right in the middle of the fight. Puts himself in the frying pan. Stonemage makes it out alive. Rocky's going to get cut down.
And that
shot's going over to
the
GBM.
tankiest member, and they're going to look to continue the fight here.
Quick slow, decimated onto Lloyd. The Q coming out, and a double kill for GBM.
And this is a guy that we said you don't want to give kills to. He is on the scaling.
And a half-health Baron at 28 minutes will fall to Supermassive.
Yeah, not even going to be a contest coming in there, and we already mentioned that the one-way Ascension can force.
Always been that team you see internationally, but never to the world stage, and here they seem to be quite confident in their play, in their style, and taking it a little longer than that early game aggression. They can really defend anything, and right now they are actually going through every turret that Ascension has on the map for the kills, for the fights, and they're gonna make it out 5 tall and take down second tier mid as well.
Stonemage got the triple kill there somehow. GBM was hopping on everyone, was absolutely popping off on the level 16 Cassidon, and they're just gonna look to end the game.
Absolutely ridiculous. They took a few of the outer turrets, but they said it's all about mid lane now. Once they grab Baron at 27.5 minutes, they are gonna grab the game. More kills being put into their pockets before they get to the Nexus. Shots and fires from Zeitnot and Snowflower as they look to get the base in favor of Supermassive, who are now 2-0 in the play-ins.
And this is a scary lineup.
Woo.
The ability to just play slow, play controlled, and then when the game is on their favor to just turn it on the flick of a switch and be able to close out a lineup like
from this team. And man, do they have Bass Brothers, Alistar, Skarner, Darius, and even going to be quite a tanky Rise coming into that fight with Kais on the backside.
See Scout rotating up there as well. Biopanther in trouble.
Horn's called out. Who's going to get the first turret? I go, ooh, nicely done. Apprehended, so they can't get the Horn knocked back. And now it's going to be a lot of tanking from Ray. It doesn't look like he's going to make it out of this one. Good, yes, he gets the kill in and the heal as well. Triple just short. Realm Warp out. And nothing came.
On the map, they rotate 4 members to that bottom lane turret. They're going to grab themselves a dragon. EDG certainly coming out ahead in that situation, but the ability to trade, the ability to keep a full head. And from Scout, I'm sure if he had his time again, probably wouldn't go for that one. However, now Clearlove looking for the gank.
Flash and hit. Ooh, flash for flash. He says, I was just waiting. Does the butt turn too. Gets in that little extra range, so Scout can pick up kill number 2.
And who says that Skarner isn't ever seen
find anything?
An LPL team play this discipline, Riv? What are they doing?
No.
LPL versus OC's a time. You're expecting 20-odd kills to come through in a game at a minimum.
Whoa, there's some blood in the water as iBoy goes down. He was even able to get Summoner heal off as Direwolves bite down. That's a kill going. It's going to be first. Doesn't have anybody to get the stinger on. Is a lot of flashes over the wall from Direwolves trying to stay safe. They meet King. King tries to get himself to safety. The apprehended in the blue buff. Oh, it's a huge knockup coming in from the Horn and Glacial Fisher. And it is an absolute wash as EDG starts to take down the rest of Direwolves. Udisoft falls, and Biopanther and Cupcake head for the hills.
And finally, both teams say this is boring, we just want to fight each other, and they go for it, and EDG show their class, pick up the kills, and now turn their attention to Baron.
You wondered when EDG would pull the trigger. The entirety of the team of their region, number 1 and 2 at kills and assists at 15, exception clear strong team, is it? Well, we can adapt to that right away. This will be Mountain Drake, and it'll be 2 Drakes on the game, both to EDG as they make their way. Sorry, 3 Drakes, 2 to EDG now as they.
You know, Banshee's Veil there, iBoy going to be very safe. Level 16 nearly there, so one more time. They're just looking for the force.
How many can he draw? 3, 4 members currently up to that top side. As you're going to see Biopanther in base trying to protect. Realm Warp to the mid lane as well comes in Scout, and he'll be hitting up the Direwolves. You could have said maybe the Ornhorn starts that off with the follow-up give.
Scout's going out.
Enough time. Scout's low. Glacial Fisher, not too much used to take him down here. All summoners are still up unless they were used before, which means you'll get those flashes back quite soon for Direwolves, and they have a slight bit of room to work with here while still doing
Here goes iBoy.
a little repair. Killer instinct from iBoy. Cupcake throws down the shield to try and stop any damage. King, beautiful damage onto Clear Love as he gets himself safe. It's going to be an apprehend by Ray to stop the damage for now as Cupcake. He can't help the team anymore, but EDG has to also disperse as Direwolves is coming out of their base.
The 2 damage dealers dive the teleport here, I think. And they're looking for it.
Step back, looking for the end zone on this one. 3,500 on the Baron, a 50-50 smite. Clear Love does not have flash to get in, but he can get the distance. Ornhorn stops 3, just short of Baron. That's going to be Cupcake going down. Mako low, but he's got the ultimate on his Clear Love. Now gets himself to safety. A 3-man pulverize from Mako. And Ray is doing work in the base. Mako holds everybody in place as Ray is going to be the sole winner. The inhibitor comes up. It's not the first time this world a team has been thwarted on the final play. That's a double kill for iBoy. They get Biopanther as well with the Void Seeker, and it's going to be all Ray in the base. It's going to be all right for EDG. They're going to make themselves 2-0 in the play-ins. Ray is having a bit of fun with his food, and EDG take the win.
So close, yet so far. EDG show their class. Direwolves have a laugh. They would be happy that they stayed in that game until the very end. But EDG, they just put the screws in. They slowed down the tempo. They allowed the Darius to do his job and ultimately come up with the victory.
Good for a Q, good for a kick. We'll see which one comes out first for him. And Ascension Gaming has the comp locked in that they will use. Minion, no activation on that hit.
They're going for
Killer
it.
instinct from Kjarnan. They see Wonder on the other side. No disdain from him just yet. The team doesn't have it. A hit onto Rich, and it looks like they'll be able to take him down. Gray health or not. Who gets this one? Nixar with Chain of Corruption, and it will not help his support. But now they have damage going on to 3 members of G2. Perks Wadid. There's the kick coming in from Lloyd. He's able to solidify a kill on Yankos. Beautiful Forge God as the teleport from Rocky comes into play behind Dragon Pit. And it is a kill for Nixar. What a come about for Ascension Gaming to find the win in that play.
And what a confusing play out of G2. That was like a we just want to kill somebody on the map. Give us anybody. They chase members everywhere.
That actually equals the fight continuing. Yankos just off on the side. Realm Warp does not get Wadid in long enough. Fear Beyond Death almost gets there. Petrifying Gaze onto Vunder as the fight continues. G4 is trying to get the spell vamp. Almost keeps himself alive, but he does go down. In the top side of the fight, Lloyd loses to Yankos.
And that's a very nice recovery out of G2, as you said. Wonder here going to get a glimpse of the dragon being taken. Play on the opposite side of the map, though.
Oh, Petrifying Gaze onto Wadid. He gets himself to safety with the Grand Entrance, and there's the Hextech Ultimatum onto G4. Quick kill there as they save Wadid. Nicely done.
They also burn a teleport to come over there as well. A little bit confusing to be in that jungle. Once again, just cheating, rotating through an area of the map where they didn't have numbers. Fight gonna start here.
They're looking for the realm warp. He gets knocked up. Can't take it as he's in the air. Perks is gonna go down as they get themselves a little too close for comfort. He's just running towards the turret. I love it. They know they're down. They just need to buy some time. And Ascension is finding the kills.
But they just haven't had any access to this mid lane turret. And once again, Rich looking to cut them off.
Perks gets knocked up. They'll see Abyssal Voyage. Does not deter the fight from G2. They want to definitely get Perks out of this alive. 5 members of G2 now on the spot. And Ascension still able to decide the priority targets. Wonder now in the brush, denying vision but giving vision. The pink ward is in, so he can't do that anymore. Rocky and the Zanyas as Nixar flashing forward into the fight with Rich right behind him, looking for the Devour. A great kill from Lloyd onto Harden, and it is just Ascension Gaming pushing forward, not caring if they'll lose another member because dinner bell here for Ascension.
Team fights aren't over. Another game coming in on G4 this time.
G4 gets himself a little too far out for comfort here. They'll be able to pick up one fast kill. Don't finish that teleport on the other side of the map. That's going to be quickly stopped here for Rocky, and they will deny the wards on the top side of the map.
Back of the pit, but it is burning so fast. Already down to 5,000 health. They might have to go for the fight here.
My eyes on Nixor on the back side of the fight. Yankos is already over. Smite's coming down off for 1,000 health. That's going to be G2's Baron, and the damage onto Nixar is huge. They need the Arcade to stay alive, and he's in the back side of the fight. He's got hits onto Wonder, but they're losing members left and right on the side of Ascension. G2 now strangles them out at Baron and takes the objective for themselves.
And finally, something goes G2. He got the execute down on the Q. He got the smite off. Really, everything that you would have...
Perks trade the damage, but he is not winning that trade. Turret goes down as Perks takes it down solo top. G2 gets one mid. Grand Entrance knocks up 2 from Wadid, and now they have the engage onto Ascension. This could also be the base, and G2 picking up a victory. A double kill for Hjarnan, who had a much better laning phase, a much better game for himself this time. All of G2 coming out on top across the board after a very back and forth matchup. 51,000 moving up on 52 as they take down the inhibitor and Nexus turrets in front of Ascension Gaming, who are watching their base fall down. It was an 0-1 for both teams coming in, and it was a wonder who would be able to get the victory. Well, Wonder's on G2 and Wonder no more. It's gonna be a G2 win, 13-7. G2 Esports take down Ascension Gaming.
They're really making it hard for you at the end of that game, Riv. No one wants to hit the damn Nexus.
Everybody always wants to pad the KDA.
But in the end, it is going to be G2. You know, sloppy early game still after what was a heavy camp put on the mid lane.